Okay. Can you tell us about the holiday party of 2012, the Casa holiday party?
Yeah, I had to work that morning, and Mary Lou called me 2 weeks before and told me about the Christmas party. I forgot because I was working, and my mother-in-law wanted to go with my baby, and I didn't want to, and she forced me, so we went. And I didn't notice Josh until we were playing a game in a circle. We were all sitting in a big circle throwing a ball or something. And I looked over and I seen some little boy, and he looked just like Josh did when he was little. And then I heard his Casa say, "Come here, Josh." And I was like, no, that's no way. And he was standing by the door like this. He was just standing on the door like this, like a little thug, just like this. And I was like, "Hi," and I just started talking to him. And I was like, "Oh, do you have any, siblings and stuff?" And he said my name, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm Angelica." And he freaked out. He was just like, "No." He goes, "Sorry, you're not my sister." And I was like, "No, seriously, really?" And I had to show him my ID card. He did not believe me. He was like, "My sister doesn't look like you. I'm sorry." And I was like, that was years ago. I was 13. I'm 18 now, buddy. And so he freaked out, and he was all happy, and I've had him since. Had all my visits with him since.
So how long had it been since you've seen your brother?
5 years. I saw him for my 14th birthday, and that was the last time I seen him. He was like 8 or 9. He had hair down his back, and a little skater boy, little white skater boy. Yeah, been a long time.
How did you guys lose contact with one another?
We had a social worker. We got taken away together. We went to his dad's mother's house, which we have different dads, so my step-grandma. Because I wasn't theirs, I went to a different home, so we separated them, but I still always saw him up until I was maybe, I'd say 9. I didn't see him until I was 14 again. He was supposed to be getting adopted by this lady. He told me things that were going on that was wrong, but he was young, so he wouldn't tell anybody. And I was supposed to, they stopped the adoption because I came forth, but I ended up running away from my group home. So when I ran away, they continued because I wasn't there. And so he's adopted, and it was a closed adoption, so I couldn't know anything. So I couldn't know anything. I couldn't find him on Facebook because his last name changed. I didn't know they changed his last name. I asked the workers. No workers could find him. The old worker that we did have that was supposed to keep us together, she was later fired for putting me in bad foster homes, and she knew things that were going on. She didn't take me out. She left me there. And she did the same thing to Josh with the lady who adopted him. So she was fired, and then we got new workers, and Teresa always tried to help me, but we couldn't find because his last name changed, and we found him at the Casa party.
Wow. So since the Casa party, have you seen Josh a lot more? What does it look like now?
Yeah, for the first maybe 4 or 5, I'd say first 6 months, I had visits a few hours a week. I had I think 3 hours a week at McDonald's, and then I got him all day Saturdays, and then within a few months I get him every weekend starting Friday when he gets out of school till Sunday. They come and get him, or Monday if he doesn't have school. And on his breaks, I had him all Christmas break except for 3 days before, and I had him most of his spring break, and then I'll have him this weekend again.
And when you say you had him, you're still in foster care?
Yeah, I'm in the extended foster care.
And so you just bring him to your apartment?
Yeah, they drop him off at my apartment where it's me, my kids' dad, and my 2 kids. And my kids love... Isaac follows Josh like a shadow. He does not go anywhere with... He calls him Juju because he can't say Joshua, so he goes, Juju, Juju. And my little one loves him too. He just holds him all day. Holds him all day. After he was born, just give him to me. It's so cute. He just stays still because Isaac was a baby when Josh came around, and he just stayed still. And then now he can't stay still for anything, so he holds the baby all day. Isaac fights with me over Josh. If Josh hugs me, he move my Juju, and he'll take Josh. No one can touch Josh but Isaac.
Okay, so do you think that you would have run into your brother at some point? It was just kind of a turn of events.
No, he wasn't even down here. He just got placed in a group home in Fontana, not far from where I lived. But I doubt I would have ever ran into him because I was always working. And I don't pay attention, so I wouldn't have paid attention. And then I moved to San Bernardino, so I really would have never saw him because he was in Fontana.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.